Samus is a girl.
What? Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no!
In 1986, those 4 words hit players like a missile. The original Metroid even called you he in the manual, just to make the helmet-off twist land harder. But that reveal brought influence and, over time, complications. Instead of talking about your best-in-galaxy hunting record, fans and devs started focusing on your body, your voice,
Whoa, Samus's voice. She never talked.
even how you react under fire. In this video, we'll trace how that one choice rippled through marketing, Zero Suit redesigns, remakes, and other M's take on you, shaping a career where the mission often gets forgotten and the reveal takes center stage. The twist that never ended. Right after that first reveal, the conversation around Samus shifted. Her missions, her skill, her survival against impossible odds were still there, but a lot of the attention from players, press, and the people making the games began centering on her gender and appearance. It wasn't just that she was a hero anymore, it was that she was a woman hero, and that detail kept being spotlighted long after the surprise was old news. In 1986, the original Metroid dropped you onto a hostile planet with no hints, no cutscenes, just the manual saying he, so you'd never suspect a thing. Beat the game, and the helmet came off. It was quietly revolutionary in a medium filled with male protagonists. Some hailed it as an early feminist moment. Others argued it wasn't, especially once you saw how often that fact would be brought up again. What could have been a one-time story beat became a foundation that manuals, advertisements, and future games kept returning to. And then there was the original game's ending system. It didn't just congratulate you for finishing quickly, it rewarded you with Samus wearing less and less armor the faster you beat it. Under 5 hours, you got an unhelmeted Samus. Under 3, the suit's gone entirely. Under an hour, it's Samus in a bright bikini. It reframed the fastest, most skilled players not as record setters, but as the ones unlocking more of her body. It tied accomplishment to appearance in a way that shaped how some players saw her from then on. That door stayed open. In 2004, Metroid Zero Mission brought the story to a new audience, modernizing the gameplay but also reintroducing the unarmored Samus, this time in the now famous Zero Suit, a skin-tight blue jumpsuit. Zero Mission wasn't just retelling the twist, it built a playable epilogue around her without the power suit. Officially, it was meant to expand the story and show her resourcefulness. Visually, it guaranteed the reveal got a fresh spotlight. By the time Other M arrived in 2010, the focus on her gender was baked right into the script. This wasn't just marketing. Characters within the game called attention to her as a woman, and her portrayal as subordinating herself to Adam Malkovich drew sharp criticism from fans and critics who saw it as out of step with her established independence. Her Zero Suit design even gained impractical high heels, which many pointed out seemed more about presentation than battlefield logic. Developers like Yoshio Sakamoto have said they aim to express her femininity without sexualizing her. But to plenty of players, moments like this sent mixed messages. Meanwhile, in other corners of the franchise, the power suit mostly stayed on, but the reveal still popped up. Whether in Super Smash Bros., where she could appear in the Zero Suit, or in Metroid Prime, where the visor's reflections and logbook entries by enemies quietly reminded you she was female. Across regions, marketing leaned into this differently. European and Japanese ads often stated her gender outright, while US promotions avoided it until Zero Mission. But no matter the angle, the fact of her being a woman was kept alive in front of audiences old and new. The net effect was that the helmet-off moment never retired. It became a recurring narrative and promotional tool. Each reappearance pulled the spotlight away from her actual feats, taking down space pirates, facing Ridley over and over, navigating planets that wanted her dead. Those things stayed in the text, but the conversation around her so often circled back to the reveal that it became part of her permanent branding. For some, that branding feels like a landmark worth preserving, a breakthrough moment in gaming worth repeating. For others, it's a reminder that she's been stuck proving herself through the lens of her gender instead of simply on the strength of her record. And that's the tension that's followed her from the 8-bit era to now. Next, we'll hit the point where this never-ending twist stops being an origin story quirk and becomes something heavier, shaping how Samus is seen no matter what she actually does. Samus Aran is still one of gaming's most recognized early female protagonists, but that 1986 helmet-off moment became the lens through which decades of games and marketing framed her. What began as a clever twist also fueled ongoing debates about sexualization, design choices, and how much her gender should factor into her story. That framing stuck in ways the character herself never controlled. If Metroid Dread proved anything, it's that her actions alone can carry the narrative. Maybe the strongest move now is to let her skill set the tone. Which portrayal do you think best respected Samus? Prime? Zero Mission? Or Dread?